Man, March has been crazy for Yeezy releases. We've just had 4 Yeezy releases this month and we've still got 4 more to go. March is definitely a Yeezy takeover, and one of the pairs from the March lineup that I was particularly excited about was the Yeezy 700 V2 Cream. And here we have the box, as you are pretty familiar with. Just on the side, I will give you a little look at that size tag again, and now let's slide these open. Right, I gotta say, I have been anticipating this pair of shoes for a while now. I'm super excited that I managed to get a pair and just to take a look at them. So let's break out the Yeezy 700 V2 Cream. So here we have the Yeezy 700 V2 Cream. Man, I've been saying how happy I am that Yeezy brought back the Yeezy 700 V1 and V2 this year. Of course, we had the Yeezy 700 V1 Sun release earlier this year, and we do have plenty of other Yeezy 700s planned or scheduled for this upcoming year. The 700 V1 and V2 is definitely one of my favorite sneakers out of the entire lineup. The Sun is a great colorway. I did really like that one, but it is very, very loud. It's not something that you're gonna wear every single day. However, this colorway, on the other hand, I think fills that kind of daily beater gap that personally I have really wanted to fill with the Yeezy 700, and I think this one does it perfectly. These released just this Saturday on March the 13th. They retail for £210 here in the UK or $240 out in the US, which, if you do not know, that's a whole $60 less than these used to cost. I think that the lower price tag was a big move, definitely made these a lot more appealing to me. It just felt so hard to hand over £250 or $300 for this pair of shoes, but it definitely makes it easier when they lower that price tag. And these were in very high demand, and again, that could be for plenty different factors. Maybe that lower price tag made them a little bit more appealing to a lot more people. Maybe the fact that this is a very, very similar colorway to the 700 V2 Static, which was a very limited pair of sneakers. Or maybe just the fact that it's a clean colorway on a clean Yeezy silhouette. Whatever your reason is, it's definitely valid. I do think this is a very, very clean pair of shoes that I particularly really like. And I hope you guys managed to grab a pair, because I do know that there was a reasonable amount of stock and a decent amount of people actually managed to get pairs for retail. They messaged me and let me know, so I know that it wasn't as limited as we've seen, I guess, maybe the Sun Yeezy 700 or the Yeezy 450s that recently released. Now, one of the reasons that I really do like the Yeezy 700 is the materials. They seem to just work super well with this Yeezy model. The base layer is a knit material. It's pretty soft. It's a nice feeling knit material. I'd say it's something similar to the Yeezy 350 if you actually manage to find a gap where you can feel it in the midst of all of these different overlays that you find on the shoe. The main overlay being the soft, nice, premium feeling leather that you find starting on the toe box, and again, that 700 Fang style. That comes in a nice light gray color. And if you look towards the side panels on the medial and the lateral side, and of course the eye stays, that's where that cream color comes in with the premium leather overlays. The back has also got some leather, just a very small little patch around the ankle area, as you can see again in that light gray color. then you're getting hit with a lot of 3M on this pair of shoes, specifically these stripes that run down the side. You've got a couple hits on the back. The laces, of course, also reflect, so when you're actually shining a flash on this, it does light up pretty nicely. Oh, and another part that reflects is the tiny little oval cutouts on the side of the midsole. Those also reflect. The sock liner in the inside of the shoe essentially is completely gray. It is decently padded, and this is a very comfortable pair of shoes. I would say one of my favorite daily wearing pair of shoes is a Yeezy 700. And then I think my favorite part about the Yeezy 700 in general is the sculpted midsole. I think this midsole is so good looking. Again, it's so interesting the way that they designed it. It has a lot to it for a midsole. Kind of sleek but aggressive midsole. Again, you've got different kind of grooves that have been sculpted into this midsole. And again, it is pretty iconic considering they added this midsole to the V1, the V2, and the MNVN. Although on this colorway, it's pretty much just solid white. On other 700s, they've added and utilized the different grooves in it to make it a little bit more interesting with some colors. Like on the Sun, it has some black. On the Wave Runner, the ovals are nice and orange. So there's different ways that they can mix it up and utilize the grooves in here to make it a little bit more interesting. The Outsole Traction pattern comes in a very nice dark gray color, and you can see there's just little holes of exposed boost just to represent the fact that yes, this does have a full length boost inside, which again contributes to the fact that this is an incredibly comfortable pair of shoes. And as for sizing on the Yeezy 700 V2, I did actually go with my Yeezy 350 size, which again is a half size up from my true to size, and there's a decent amount of room. This definitely isn't as snug as the Yeezy 350 or the 380 or the majority of Yeezy sneakers. So I'd say even if you did go your true to size with this pair, you should be completely fine. So far, I gotta say this is probably one of my favorite Yeezy releases, or maybe my favorite sneaker releases. I gotta be honest, I am really liking this color option, or just the fact that it's such a clean pair of sneakers. I think the cream works really well. Obviously, if you have the Static 700 V2, this may not be as exciting as it is for some of us who never managed to get our hands on that pair, but for sure, just as a shoe in general, it's a fantastic colorway on a fantastic model. I'm excited for more 700s to come through this year. We're talking MNVNs, V1, V2, I want them all. I think it's a great silhouette, and I'm excited to see what Yeezy has in terms of new colorways. But hey, that pretty much wraps it up for the Yeezy 700 V2 Cream. Let me know if you managed to grab a pair and what you think of this colorway. But thank you so much for coming through, hanging out for yet again another video. Thank you for liking, commenting, and of course subscribing. I will catch you all in the next one, but until then.